What was that aha moment? It's like, damn it, we're good together. What was that moment like?
I think it's when we started doing the shows.
Yeah.
And like we didn't even have to talk on stage. We were just like in the zone together, and it was like, yeah, this is way more fun with someone to share the anxiety and the workload and, you know, all that stuff.
I would not have nearly as much fun. And it would I would have never performed. Like, the only reason I performed is because we did the songs for his solo album, and then like you essentially got asked to perform.
Yeah.
And then I just went and came and we did it together. But I never would have done it alone. I was way too scared of it at the time. Like,
there's one music video you guys did back in 2019, and I'll say it to you, but your presence on stage was a little. You could tell you were a little nervous.
Yeah.
And I saw, what's the video I'm talking about?
I think "And I'll Wait for You Tonight."
Yes.
Yeah.
And I saw a video recently of 2000. I think it was this past year. Totally different.
Oh yeah.
Totally different.
He's really grown
Totally
into himself on that one.
Did you find like the stage presence, I guess for both of you, like the in between songs? Every time I talk to an artist, in between songs, you have to do a little bit of banter. Is that difficult for you guys, or did that come naturally for you guys to interact with the audience that's in front of you?
At least in the beginning, Atay was like, "You gotta talk. I can't talk to these people." I was like, "Okay." Like, I like to think I'm okay at that. But yeah, you definitely, it's weird. Like the in between of the songs that like,
what do you like to say?
Preferably nothing. I'd rather just go right to the next song. But like,
we're great at it now.
Yeah.
At first it was a little awkward, but like, I don't know. It's only awkward now if we're doing like a weird show.
If we're at a place where not a lot of people know us and there's not a huge crowd there, it's like, what do you even say? Are you like, "Hey, did you like that one?" Like, here's the next song. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's weird energy.
We definitely don't try now though. Like, we don't have to. I don't even worry about it anymore. I just like say whatever comes in my head essentially, and I like.
There's no anxiety about it. It's just it is what it is.
If it's our show, like if it's our Halifax show or something, like I don't even worry about it. I don't even think
you could say anything and people would just be stoked about it.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care. They just like to scream.
When I asked about that aha moment, and you guys were probably when we had a live show, do you think it was people giving you the satisfaction of going, "Oh, you guys are unbelievable," or do you think it was you two that recognized it first and went, "Oh, we are pretty good together"? Like, do you think you had to get that permission from other people to go, "Oh, you guys are creatively great together"?
I think so, a little bit. I don't know if
I think both.
Yeah, a little bit of both, but definitely like when we're doing it and people are screaming and like, you know, I remember the first time when someone asked me to take a photo. I was confused. I was like, but why? Like, why would you want to do that?
It was the first show we ever did.
Yeah, first show. Yeah, we had some fans come out and want to take some photos. So that definitely helped and like boosted my confidence.
Only time we ever took photos together. I swear to God, every show we do now, like we're split up. And we don't see each other for 3 hours afterwards. Yeah, and then we'll be in a completely different location. Yeah. Sometimes not even in the same province anymore. And then I'll be like, "Oh, what's up?" But like,
what are you doing?
That's true. It's true, man. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it was because like heat of like COVID and quarantine, we weren't allowed to have like merch tables or anything. Like even if it was a sit down show or so, like we couldn't have a little merch table. And like traditionally, like artists just go to their merch table after the show if people want to come say hi.
Yeah.
And then you can like get pictures together by the merch table.
Yeah.
But we were never allowed to have them, so we'd only done like 3 or 4 shows pre-COVID, so like we just never learned how to properly like end a show and go somewhere to see people. So we just like go in different directions and like
Just
we're really
floor.
bad.
Yeah,
at
we
that.
are very bad for that. Yeah.
Why is it important that you guys have to be together?
Pictures, because it's like
Just
there's no evidence that anybody came to our show. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I guess. Yeah.
it's like if they take a picture of you, they post it on their Instagram. It's like people see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that's kind of 90% of our marketing.
I was thinking stories on Instagram though, like, you know, the people in the crowd going, "We're here at 8, you know."
That's true too. Yeah, that also happens.
But I guess people do want to get to know you as people, you know, like you're artists, so they just hear your music, but to be able to sit down and like, "Hey, you're a real person. What's up?" I guess that could help. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it does. I think it has over the couple of years that we've been doing this.
How was the grind during COVID? Did it suck not being able to perform?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's like, sorry, you go.
No, you go.
When we dropped last night, it was like such an upwards trajectory that it was going really, really well. But like we only got to experience that for like, oh gosh, maybe like a month, maybe 2 months before COVID hit, and it was like we were going like this and this and this, and then it was like boom, there was nothing. We couldn't do anything. So I think we buckled down for a little bit and just started working on our solo albums.
Yeah, we did we did a solo album each after during COVID, essentially.
Oh yeah?
I think it was like we still had a little bit of solo album energy left.
Needed to get
us.
it out of me, and like what better time than COVID to do that.
I think one of the things for me, it was like I didn't want to follow up Last Night, which was our first sort of duo album, like mid-COVID, where it was like it felt like we had to really top it because it did do well for us really fast.
Yeah.
And still, at least right now, is our biggest album. But it's like I didn't want to release something like that like in the middle of COVID, where it's like there's no parties and there's no shows. And there's no way to
like market that album other than just like
music doesn't share without like that sort of social interaction properly.
That's smart.
So then we did our 2 solo albums. You think it's smart, but it kind of screwed us over, like because we confused like music people and like labels and stuff, and then they were like, "Who are you? You guys together?" Like,
make up your mind. What are you?
They thought we were confused, but I think by the time we did the solo stuff, we knew we were going to be a duo.
Yeah, we
were just trying to fill the 2.5 year COVID period with some music, because it was like we don't want to drop nothing, but like we also don't want to try to
put our best work together and drop an amazing duo album that we can't do anything with.
Yeah.
So,
how important is honesty in your guys' relationship? Like just like feeling like actually how you feel and being like, no man, that sucks. Like how important is that?
I think Atay has always been incredibly honest. It's taken me. I mean, we're good now. It's taken me a while to speak my truth, but like you said, it's hard to run a stable business and relationship without that. So I think I'm getting better at that. But Atay's always just been deadly honest about most things. So.
Give me an example. Just give me an example. He's been really honest.
I remember we were recording Last Night, and like we were like kind of like getting close, and like we weren't like as close as we are now. And I was like having a really hard time with something. It was for Oh My God. Remember that? And you're just like,
oh my God, I forget about this story.
No pun intended.
Yeah, literally. And I guess he was just like, it was crunch time. We needed to finish it. And he was just honest with me. He's like, hey man, you need to do this right now. Go to your car, have a cigarette, calm down, come back, do it. And I was like, whoa, man. Like,
it was way meaner than that. I couldn't sing at the time, like at all. I didn't have a vocal range, and like I can sing enough now. But at the time, I couldn't sing, and he could always sing. And we were singing the hook to that song, and it was going back and forth. Like, we were doing line for line. I could do it fine. And he was trying to tell me he couldn't do it. And I was like, I know you can do it. Like, I'm not stupid. If I can do it, you can do it. It's that simple. And he was like, I can't, man. I can't. Like, it's not today. Like, I'm not doing it. I was like, okay, well, go to your car. And he went and he had a cigarette and came back in and nailed it first take.
Yeah.
First take.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's when I knew that, Atay was the man for that. To be honest and tell me, hey, like, buckle up and just do it. Like, tough love.
Cigarette in the car probably helped.
I think that probably helped a little bit.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure to click subscribe below. Make sure you don't miss out on any other clips that the High Button Podcast puts out, any other full episodes that the High Button Podcast puts out, and any other pieces of content distributed out there into the YouTube world from High Button Sports. All right, it's free. Just click subscribe below. Thanks.